Okay, good morning, everybody. So this week we're going to be talking about distributing polynomials. So this is Unit 8, Lesson 5. The title of the lesson is Distributing Polynomials. Today we're going to talk about the fact that polynomials, just like regular numbers, can be distributed. Just remember, in math, distribute means to multiply the number on the outside by the numbers on the inside. In this case, it's very similar to regular distribution. So let's take a look at an example. Let's start with something that's relatively simple. Let's start with, say, 2x on the outside. And then on the inside, let's say we have 1 plus 10x squared. So this 2x that's on the outside, just like any regular number, can distribute to both things inside. Remember, you can multiply variables together if they're just anything. Doesn't matter the variable or the exponent. You can multiply anything together with anything else. So in this case, if I multiply the 2x times 1, I get 2, because 2 times 1 is 2, and the x just comes along. If I then multiply 2x times 10x squared, 2 times 10 is 20, and x times x squared, remember, if there's no number here for an exponent, there's really a 1, would become 20x to the third. Now these two, even though they both have x's, can't combine because this is regular x and this is x to the third. It's like saying 2 freshmen and 20 juniors doesn't make 22 seniors. It stays 2 freshmen and 20 juniors. Let's look at an example that's maybe a tiny bit more complicated than this, and then we'll take a look at the delta math for today. So a little more complicated than this would be if I had something like, say, 4x squared y times, in parentheses, 10x plus 4y. So again, you can multiply anything by anything else. It's only the adding and subtraction that's limited. So if I multiply the 4x squared y times 10x, so first I'm going to do number times number. So 4 times 10 is going to make 40. Then I'm going to do x squared times plain x, which is x to the first, and that becomes x to the third, and then the y just comes along. Next, if I do 4 times 4 for the next part, I'll get 16. X squared doesn't have anything to multiply by, so it just comes along, and y times y is going to be y to the second. Now again, these both have x's and y's, but they have different powers of x's and y's, so these can't combine. So this alone would just be what your answer is. All right, let's take a look at the delta math for today. Okay, so let's embiggen this a bit so that everybody can see it. So it's the same thing here. We're going to take what's on the outside and multiply it by both things on the inside. So in this case, that means taking 3x times 6x and then 3x times 1. So 3 times 6 is 18. X times x is x squared. And now for the next part, 3 times 1 is 3, so plus 3. And there's nothing for the x to multiply by, so it just comes along. Now when you're trying to enter your answer here, you can use the keyboard on screen, or you can use whatever it is, your keyboard that you have in front of you. So entering 18x squared, I have 18, and then let's do x. And if you don't know how to do the squared, it's right here. And then plus 3x would be plus 3x. Now, if it were something different, like say x to the third, then you would hit this a to the b function, and it brings your cursor up here. And then you could enter, like, say, 3. But in this case, it's not, so I'm just going to delete that. All right, so if I submit my answer, there we go. So you have 5 of these that you need to do with your notes, and then there's a review assignment, and both the notes and the review assignment are due by Friday. So I hope you guys are having a good week. Let me know if you need help. I'm pretty much around every day. So yeah, have a great day.